Alright, so, any fans of loops from the last episode? Well, I hope you didn't tune out, cause guess what? It's time for another loop. That's right, Anti-Soul's Mysteries Lab, or whatever this place is called, has 2 loops that we're going to be going around. And I'm going to miss a door. So, what do we have in this room? Anything new or interesting? Well, we've got frost zombies. They're not too much different from flame zombies. They're just your average run-of-the-mill zombies, but they're ice elementals, so they'll do slightly more damage than, standard zombies. Probably about the same as, like, a flame zombie. I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things. But there is, of course, one major difference, in the fact that they are different elements. Not going to get around to that this episode, though. Still going to be a little bit before that actually becomes relevant in any way. I say a little bit, but it's one episode and these are short, so it's actually not a huge deal. Alright, what do we got in here? Just money, so that would have been an axe. So, flame swords have 2 different attacks. They like to spin towards you, like they both did there. That's actually kind of a hard attack to dodge. And I think the other one is just like they swoop towards you without spinning. So flame swords aren't very durable. That's their major thing. They are on fire though, which is a pretty big advantage for them. Especially if you're doing Mysteries Lab second and not like, I don't know, third, fourth, whatever. In my case, I haven't visited many areas, therefore, I don't really have any sort of advantage against them. So, nothing too spectacular in this room either, just a couple of axe armors. Though I'm also making more use of the flame trail than I have been. Beforehand, I've been mostly just using that flame trail as like a, basically just a damage booster, but if you use it right, you can just have enemies walk into it, and that'll hurt them. Of course, I should also mention that these are called relics, right? The things like the flame thing. The problem is I've only ever used this one. I also have the one that boosts defense, but who needs that? But anyway, yeah, the flame statue, not very effective against fire swords, given, they're on fire. Same against flame zombies, and oh boy, astral skeletons, my favorites. And now with the double dodge, they're even more fun to fight. Peeping eyes, though, they're always pretty tough. I believe, well, not that tough. Can be surprisingly tricky at times, though. I've had some weird encounters with them. Ooh, draws in lightweight enemies. Actually, it says draws in lightweight enemies, but, like, I can actually draw in some, like, heavier enemies. Like the armor guys? It's somewhat effective against them. Not quite as effective, but, I wouldn't expect it to work at all against things bigger than a skeleton. Alright, so what's in here? Ah, this one's tricky just because, of course, red skeletons are unkillable, so all we need to do to open the door is kill the axe armor. But then we just have red skeletons being jerks, as they are wont to do, or want to be. They are in a state of being jerks. Other than that, though, yeah, they're just mostly a nuisance. 'Cause really, like, I know you could come here first, but you're not really intended to come here first, so a single axe armor by this point is not going to be a huge deal. Alright, Marker Stone 4. Honestly, if I didn't mention it before, Marker Stones are like the least interesting reward. I mean, they're helpful to mark stuff on your map, sure, but couldn't you have just given me all the Marker Stones from the get-go? I don't know, I think limiting how many times you can remind yourself of things is not really the best way to go about things, and as a thing you could find, it's not particularly interesting. Alright, so the last room, we should have a new enemy type. Yes, indeed. Oh my god, okay. So, Mad Diver, right from the get-go, he's using his slash attack. That's not really the main thing they use, though. True to his name, Mad Diver is going to dive under the ground, which is impressive to say the least. That's like a stone floor right there. Seems to be tunneling through dirt, though. Anyway, though, those guys have quite the wide claw attack. It is a very big slash that's a little bit difficult to avoid. I don't know if it breaks Leon's guard. I forget if it does, but if it does, then yeah, you're in trouble, because they can keep up that attack for quite a while. That ancient text back there, not very helpful. I know what it hints to, and it is a thing we're going to find in this area, but not worded well, I guess. Wow, is this all this room is? Just the armor and some ghost knights? That's honestly not really all that tough. As I said, Mystery's Lab has some returning enemies, usually with more difficult formations, but I don't know, that one's not too much of a big deal. Though I could be saying that because I got a rosary and, you know, just kind of blew up all the enemies. Yeah, I kind of had the advantage there a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Oh, what's this give you? Okay, you get across from that. So, for the most part, we're going to be finding a lot of flame zombies in the hallways. There was that one hallway with the flame swords. Just a lot of fire in general. Oh, and this is an interesting room. So we have this statue over here that's clearly protecting a door, but we can't do anything about it no matter how many times we hit it. However, we also have infinitely respawning ice and fire zombies, which is a really weird hint. It's probably not clear what this means, though. We don't have any components of this puzzle yet, so obviously it's unclear, but still, bit of an obscure hint. It's not immediately obvious what they're trying to get across, but it makes sense. We'll see what that's leaning towards later, and hey, we're actually done here, so let's warp back over here. And judging from the map, we're done with this floor. So yeah, it's just 2 loops, one small and one slightly bigger. So, little remains outside of going up to the next floor. And I say little because, I mean, I gotta get these dollar coins, guys. Alright, so unfortunately we're not gonna get to explore much of the second floor because there's a save point coming up. Again, coins. Come on. I gotta get that money. It's not like this game gives out money like candy or anything. Free knife if you want that. But axe is my preference, so we're sticking to it. I probably will show off all the weapons and orb combinations eventually, but of course that's going to be a bonus video, and that's a long ways away. For now, let's save. And yeah, of course I have to overwrite the old file, because like I said, recording, it went horribly wrong. And that wasn't fun at all.